Hey guys, this is Khan TDK Mr. So Real, and honestly, today's video I did not want to make right now. I planned on making a video that had a breakdown of the patch notes, and I wanted to touch on some of the things that were in the live stream and kind of add a few of the little minor things that were in the state of the game. But as most of you know, the state of the game for me was at 2 o'clock in the morning. I ended up going to bed at 3:30. Then I had to go to work the next day, and that really messed me up. The state of the game was the next day. And long story short, I was not in any kind of condition to make a video, and it's late. So a lot of this information you've probably already heard. The patch is already out. So if you're on PC or Xbox One, you're probably enjoying it, but I am on PS4. The content that will be available from the beginning of July, I can start to talk about that next week. The stuff that comes out in August will, by the time I get it, be very, very old. But real talk, I'm not buying this game twice, and I'm not buying the DLC twice just to cover it. I would like to, I really would, but things like this suck. There's nothing I can really do except buy it twice. Ain't gonna happen. I'm not dropping no more coin on this. So, with that being said, if you are a PS4 player and you are looking for a YouTuber or someone who makes videos about the plight of the PS4 player, then look no further. I will cover as much of the stuff that I can if it's on the PS4 and available for PS4, and that is the extent of what I can do. I usually do blueprints on Saturdays, and with the new vendors being in the new DLC, I can't cover everyone. So if you're on Xbox One or PC, sorry. If you're on PS4, I got you back. So with that being said, I'm on PS4. Is 1.3 worth the wait? Alright, if you are still here, thank you very much. I am guessing that you are a PS4 player. So let's talk about what are some of the things that are important for us to know going forward. So on, I guess it would be July the 7th, the weapons update that gives us re-rollability, the crafting for the weapons is going to be available. You're going to have the new gear set of weapons, the 229 gear set high ends, and I believe it's the 268 gear sets. Those are going to be available, and the heroic difficulty missions for, I guess, the old challenge missions are also going to be available, and we're going to be able to do those. So if you are a PS4 player and you have not played The Division in quite a while, if you took a step back because none of your friends wanted to play and you just wanted to do something different, then I think in this week it's a good time for you to kind of catch up, get on your grind, get your character to probably, I would say, a level 220. 220 I think would be a good level to start getting you up there, so that you can get into the newer Dark Zone bracket. There's going to be a new Dark Zone bracket that will let you get these 229 high ends and the 268 gear set items, and you know, now's a good time to do it. The PC and Xbox people are having some difficulties with the new patch. A lot of people can't connect. They're having, you know, all of these errors, and that was to be expected. In the live stream, they basically said that there were going to be some issues with people connecting because of the large influx. So hey, if you are on PC, if you're on Xbox, they kind of said something about it. Did they explain that it would be as bad as it is? Of course not. But hey, that's the way that it is. I'm sure they'll figure out something and get their server situation fixed soon enough. But that has absolutely nothing to do for the PS4 player right now. But if you are on PS4, best believe we are going to have some issues going forward with our servers. and for us to maintain the game. I'm sure the large influx of PS4 players are going to have a lot of the same issues. Something tells me they won't learn from this mistake, and probably the amount of people they'll underestimate, and will have delta errors all day long as well. So from the new weapons that they showed, I think the Showstopper is probably one of the most memorable weapons. It was an amazing shotgun that's automatic. Once the patch goes live for us, we may not have access to Century's Call procking with this weapon. For the Xbox and PC, it does work right now, but it is not intended. They said that in the live stream for the state of the game. So if you missed that, then yeah, they did mention that. So you can enjoy it now while it's available, but it will be fixed. And as a side note, let me just say, to Massive, if you guys ever get a chance to look at any of my videos, especially this one, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for being honest and telling people straight off the bat, this is broken, this is going to get fixed. This doesn't work, this is going to get fixed. We know this doesn't work, and this is going to be fixed. I think if they did more of that with the state of the games well in advance, I think people wouldn't be so upset with a lot of the changes. And I think that if they had said something like that, to that effect, maybe 2 to 3 weeks or before E3, if they'd said it before E3 about the AUG and the Vector, I think people wouldn't be so upset, and just kind of came at people legit instead of saying, hey, next week this stuff is going to get nerfed. But big thank you, big shout out to them for keeping it real and being honest about that stuff sooner rather than later. All right, now anyway, getting back to the weapons, I think the Showstopper looks awesome, the automatic shotgun. I think the SVD sniper rifle looks amazing. If you are a sniper like me, then I think that hopefully will give the M1A a run for its money. I'm really looking forward to trying it out when the new weapons become available. I hope that that is in the new patch. It is a new weapon, so I don't know if that's tied into the DLC, the pay DLC or not, but let's hope that it isn't. The PP-19 submachine gun with that crazy magazine looks nuts. I think it looks really cool, and I'm looking forward to trying that out. If you are on PC, if you are on Xbox, please let me know in the comment section if you think this is going to be the new submachine gun to rival the Vector or the AUG. I'd love to hear about it. If you have one, let me know. I'd love to hear what you think about the handling of it and its damage output. I really am interested in that. Hopefully it'll be in the July update, the beginning of July update for us PS4 people, so we can get our hands on it and try it out. I'm really looking forward to that one. So with the weapon re-rolling stuff, you're going to be able to re-roll stuff 6 times. You're going to need that weapon kit, and I think it starts pretty much at 110 Phoenix credits to start rolling, and then it goes up. I'm really not looking forward to the weapons recalibration. I know a lot of people are, but everybody running around with God Roll, it's going to cause some imbalances for sure, and there are going to be weapons that will be heavy favorites with talents that are heavy favorites, and a lot of stuff is going to get pushed to the wayside, and yeah, I'm really kind of not feeling that. Division Tech is going to get changed, that you can change it into tools and crafting materials. That stuff is pretty cool. I've been waiting for something like that to happen. It's good to see that they're kind of on that. There's going to be this social space thing that I'm kind of about. It's a way for them to put some place for you to stand when you change servers. Let's kind of understand that that's what that's about, and that's what its purpose is for. And if you're a solo player, that's pretty good. You can probably meet up with somebody who's interested in doing the underground missions with you, and you can link up and enjoy the game the way that it was meant to be with a group. I know that there are a lot of people who like to play it solo, but you're kind of missing a lot of experiences. I think that's my opinion about it. You can agree with it or not. It's kind of whatever at that point. The new incursion looks pretty good. I'm interested in seeing how that works out. If you have the patch and you've enjoyed it, then let me know what you think about it. I'm sure there are. I mean, I know that there's a hard mode run through of it, and how to play it and whatnot. But I'd like to hear from real people about what they think about it. Let me know what you think about the new incursion in the patch. Love to hear that kind of stuff. Underground caches is a new thing, and it looks pretty cool. I think that's pretty dope that they continue with these caches thing. It's nice to have something like that where you get something unexpected. This should also be in uh, the 1.2 patch in August. I'm pretty sure they won't have underground caches or any kind of things to do with new caches in the July update. So we miss out on that, but it's something to look forward to. The stash is going to go up in size to, I believe it's 70. It's a little bit less than double, but that's pretty good. I mean, as long as the stash goes up, I wish it would go up a lot more, but I think everybody's on the train for that one. But yeah, it is what it is. Um, ARs. ARs are gonna come up. That armor shred for PvE looks nasty. I'm glad to see that ARs are gonna get some loving and be useful. Shotguns and their damage are gonna be really nasty, especially in PvP. So you might want to watch out for that. That is gonna be a thing. Sniper rifles. Yeah, as I said, that SVD. I'm looking forward to that. I hope that um, they do something with the balancing for the M1A and those other faster firing sniper rifles to kind of get that on board. But yeah, pretty much in terms of weapons and all that other stuff, that was about it. Um, I didn't really see anything else that was super amazing. The new gear sets, I there's really only one that stood out for me, and it was the Deadeye one, getting critical shots or critical hits from the four piece off of every shot that's not down the scope. I think is going to push Sentry's Call kind of out of the way. I think that's going to be the new Sentry's Call, especially if you have a team of at least three people and you pair that with somebody running the blind gear set and then another person who is running sentries. So if you would imagine, maybe you have somebody with sentries kind of putting three hits on an enemy and then moving to the next target, kind of like Predator's Mark, and then someone else using a blind to kind of stop them, and then that other person just doing criticals all day long. I think that would be really strong and really good for PvE. So PS4 players, what really should we be doing, and what all of these things are my impressions of stuff that I saw in the live stream, and I'm sure many of you have already seen it. But my suggestions about what you should be doing in this week leading into the July update is, if you're not at 220 with your character, or if you are at a lower 200, you should be grinding to make sure that you get a bunch of 240 gear to level you up and get you in a good position to start doing the heroic missions. Remember, heroic is going to be the new hard difficulty, and that's where all of the newer, higher level gear is going to be locked behind. So you want to be as high with your character as you can for that stuff. But other than that, you won't really need to grind out tools and electronics, because you'll be able to switch that stuff over with the division tech. If you have a low amount of division tech, you may want to get on that. I'm currently at 999, so I don't really need to do anything with that. Stack up your DZ funds and stack up your credits just in case you need those for any kind of recalibration with your gear, or if you need to buy some blueprint from the Dark Zone. You never know, they might have something good coming out the following week. This weekend won't have any of the new stuff, I'm sure, but you never know. They might slip up and that stuff might go live on the server, but I guess you probably won't see it because you'd still need the 1.3 patch. But who knows, maybe once the patch goes live, some of the stuff that's kind of already on PC and stuff may sneak into the Dark Zone for us as well after that Monday. So yeah, just keep some Dark Zone credits. You may get something, get an opportunity to buy something good. So yeah, PS4 people, we're pretty much in a holding pattern until, July. The August stuff looks really good. I'm looking forward to seeing that stuff. When that stuff does come out, more than likely if you play, I'm going to say with you play regularly within the first week or two, you'll probably have enough gear to start working on the heroic missions and the heroic incursion. More than likely, I mean, that's if you really grind it out. If you're a casual player and don't play that much, then you have plenty of time. I think for the PS4 people, it's a really good opportunity. We can look at it as, I really want the new content. I don't want to play this old stuff anymore. But from a leveling perspective, we'll have plenty of time to level up, and we'll be able to take it slow and kind of get the gear and the things that we want and that we need. And I don't really see that as a bad thing. And if you don't really want to grind that stuff out, you have time to play other games. I've kind of dipped a little bit into Destiny and played some of that. That was an old favorite of mine. So just to kind of break up the monotony of it all, I've been doing that. But, I still play the Division. I still love the Division. But I think we have time to do other things and to kind of really fine tune our build for some of the harder content coming in the future in August. So don't really look at it as a bad thing. Try and stay positive. I know that, a lot of people want the new stuff. I want the new stuff as well. I can't lie about it. But, you got to be positive about it and kind of just hang in there. That's pretty much it. We're in a holding pattern. Just if your character is at 220 or above, you don't really have too much to do until the weapons balancing update. But after that, once it does hit, you'll have a whole bunch of stuff to do with new weapons and getting new gear and getting new weapons and trying these harder difficulty stuff. So the question is it worth it? For me, I would say that with the new weapons, new gear sets, the randomly generated underground dungeons, and just everything that the game is trying to shape itself up to be, I would say definitely it is worth it. Now, you may disagree. You may say that it's a waste of time or not worth your money. But personally, this is my opinion. I think waiting less than a week to get the weapons balance to see if any of the weapons feel good to you, if they're fun to use, which is what the game is really about, you can find that out very soon. The underground dungeons, the missions, and the new incursions, yes, you will have to wait a month for, but during that month, you can spend your time making your build the way that you would like that build to be and try out some of the things or new weapons that you may not have used. Maybe you didn't use a shotgun so much or an LMG too much. Now you have that chance to use one and actually have it do something. So for me, yes, the wait is real and it is worth it. Let me know what you think. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Is it something that you are looking forward to? Or have you given up on the game completely and the 1.3 patch does not seem anywhere near attractive to you at all? All right, so yeah, that's it. I am Khan, TDK Mr. So Real. Thank you for sticking around if you watched this entire video. This has probably been the hardest video for me to make ever. I'm really sorry if it's not focused. I'm sorry that it was late in terms of the information. I will not be staying up until 3:30 in the morning to do their live streams. If they do something like that again, I'll just wait until the following morning or maybe after work the following day and try to get something out quick. But yeah, that really messed me up, and yeah, it was a bad call, and I apologize for that. And thank you to the people who really do support the channel. I appreciate it, and thanks for leaving all the comments. Hopefully, we can get some information from some of these PC and Xbox people about their feelings on the new incursion, the new weapons, the underground system, and all that other stuff. But until then, this is Khan, TDK, Mr. So Real. I'm out.